Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 120 of Cameron Sports Podcast. It's your host here, Cameron Lindsay. I'm back with a brand new episode. Today's episode, you already know what it is. My Los Angeles Chargers. They defeated the Las Vegas Raiders 20-9 on Monday Night Football this past Monday. Again, like I said, I cover my Chargers all season long and going forward in the future. Like I said, I did the episode when we beat the Chiefs week 1. And now I'm doing it after beating the Raiders. Now, these episodes are not going to only happen when we win. I'm going to make them even when we lose, because that's, fair. That's, as a journalist, my job too. And not just a fan, like, okay, we lost, so I'm not going to make an episode about it. Like, no. But, hey, we won, and I'm definitely happy 2-0. Like I said, it's a long season, so I'm not going to get too happy. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. No. It's a long season. But, hey, I'm happy, and we're doing good. We're looking good. But let's get right into it. So, like I said, my Chargers defeated our AFC West rival, the Las Vegas Raiders, 20-9 on Monday Night Football. Like I said, I thought it would be a close game, playing the division rival on the road. Even though I think we are better than the Raiders, we're more talented from top to bottom. Still a division rival. And the Raiders did look pretty good against New England week 1. So I thought, it'd be close, like a 24-17 type of ball game. If you saw my predictions and game day picks for week 1 for the NFL season a couple episodes ago. But yeah, like I said, we watching the game. I saw some things I liked and didn't like. But first off, of course, some stuff I liked with my quarterback, Justin Herbert, who I told my coworkers at work, Justin Herbert ain't never let me down. Even though he played bad in the playoff game last year, he ain't never let me down. He never let me down. I believe in him. He's an elite quarterback, top 10 for sure, really top 5. But people keep disrespecting him, and I'm getting tired of it. But he had a great game. He had a good game. 19-27, 242 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and no interceptions. One thing about Justin Herbert, he's going to last year. He does not turn the ball over much. Yeah, he had 1 fumble loss in the game on Monday night. Okay, cool. Clean that up. But he don't turn the ball over much at all, really. And now I was disappointed in that playoff game against Houston because, like I said, again, he don't turn the ball over much. But that's one thing he's not going to do, like just during the season, is turn the ball over much. But he got such a beautiful arm, a cannon. He's accurate with his throws. He's top 5 already. Even though it's only 2 games, he's top 5 in every passing category this season. Completion percentage, passing yards, passing touchdowns, yards per pass. He's already top 5 in all this category. Now, it's only 2 games, but, hey, my quarterback is looking great, amazing. Against 2 division rivals, he's looking really good, especially with the offensive line not fully strength because we lost Rashawn Slater during training camp for the season. He's looking good. Another few players that balled out, Quentin Johnston, 3 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown. Again, another game, he caught a touchdown pass just like he did against Kansas City. Quentin is looking really good. Like I said, he's gotten better. His rookie year was rough. He only had 2 touchdowns total throughout his rookie year 2 years ago. Last year, he pretty much about double that what he had, but he still struggled with drops and key moments. Now he's catching the deep ball from Herbert because Herbert is accurate. He doesn't miss a receiver often. There are some games he may overthrow or may not, accidentally not see a receiver. That's normal, but for the most part, he doesn't miss receivers. He's accurate with his throws, and he has a beautiful deep ball. But I'm proud of Quentin. Like I said, I really am. He's showing his potential. When we drafted him out of TCU a couple years ago, I was like, okay, we're getting somebody, tall, 6'3", fast. Okay, I can work with that. They give us the speed, make our offense more explosive. Especially with somebody like Herbert who has a cannon of an arm, accurate. Okay, but his rookie year, I was like, I was like, dang, man, I hope he really gets better from that because only 2 touchdowns a whole year and struggling dropping passes. Yeah, but I'm proud of Quentin. He had a good game. Keenan Allen, aka Slay, still one of the best route runners in the game, even at this stage in his career. Like he said in an interview, he's gonna keep playing till the wheels fall off. And I'm glad we brought him back. We should have never let him go, but I'm glad we brought him back. You know what I'm saying? Even on a 1-year contract, he had 5 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown. This is what I was talking about, where we don't need Keenan to be the old Keenan where he was giving us 1,000 yards. He was clearly our number 1 receiver. Really, it's Lad McConkey, but, you know, bona fide, getting all these targets. Like, we just need Keenan to be that receiver where, okay, if it's 3rd down, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 8, we need a key 3rd down. We could throw it. We could lean on Keenan and throw it to him. And guess what he did in the Chiefs game? In this game, caught key 3rd downs. Key 3rd downs. I was rewatching the Monday Night Football game against the Raiders, and it was like a 4th and 2. We was in Raiders territory. We was around the 30-yard line. I thought at that point when I saw it, I said, okay, let's kick a field goal. Cameron Dicker, our kicker. I know that rhymes. He's very accurate. He's very good. I'm like, okay, why not just take the points? But they went for it, and guess what they threw it to? Keenan Allen. We could always depend on him. Like, he's just clutch. He's missed a 3rd down. He even said it in a video on Instagram. Throw it to him. He's going to catch it. That's why we brought Keenan back, because we got a young receiver group. We need a veteran like Keenan who we can depend on, who has chemistry with Herbert. Like, they got really good chemistry together. And like I said, that touchdown pass, Herbert was under pressure. He was scrambling to his right, looking, threw it down in the end zone, caught it in the corner, was Keenan Allen. And I'm like, yes, it's Slay. That's what I'm talking about. So I don't expect Keenan to be the old Keenan, but in like crucial 3rd downs or crucial red zone trips that we need a touchdown, we need a key, 1st down that maybe our young receivers are struggling a bit, he can go to Keenan. Now, it might be a game where we need Keenan to get 10-plus catches for 100 yards. I think he could definitely still do that. So, but till then, as Quentin Johnston, Lad McConkey, Trey Harris, Keandre Lambert-Smith, the 2 rookies we drafted in this year's draft, Lad McConkey, 2nd-year player, Quentin Johnston, 3rd-year player, as they're continuing to get better, I know I could lean on Keenan. But speaking of Lad McConkey, he had a good game, a decent good game, 5 catches, 48 yards. All 5 of his catches were real crucial. Like I said, making 1st down catches, moving the chains. Like, Lad is getting better. Like, his yards after the catch, his route running is just amazing. Like, I did not see this when we drafted him last year out of Georgia. Now, granted, Georgia's more of a running the ball football team. Kirby, he don't really have like elite receivers. I know this year they got Zachariah Branch in that one transfer from Texas A&M, so they got some explosiveness this year. But usually Georgia is more the running ball team because they don't really have an elite quarterback. Like, Garner Stockton is not an elite quarterback. Now, he played great in that Tennessee game coming back, but Georgia's not an elite type of quarterback school. They haven't been since they had Matthew Stafford. And but I granted, Lad, he couldn't do what he do at Georgia because they ran the ball. And, that was their offense. But now with my Chargers, he has a quarterback like Herbert. Lad is really showing like he's that dog. Like, he got that dog in him. And I see Lad continue to get better. 48 yards. It's not elite, but hey, he's contributing. He's going to continue to get better. But I want to get into some pros from the game. Monday night game against the Raiders, pros and cons. But I'm going to start with the pros. Our defense played outstanding and played good in week 1, but they played outstanding on Monday night, this week 2 against the Raiders. We had three takeaways, having Geno Smith throw 3 picks. As a matter of fact, the first play of the game was an interception. And they played amazing. Like, it was a tip pass. I think Devon Henley caught it. It was an interception, tipped, and I was excited. Even though we did score a touchdown, we got 3 points out of it. But their first play of the game, I think, first or second play of the Raiders' drive when the game began, Geno threw a pick. Like, our defense is playing lights out. I know I kind of expected our defense to take a step back, because last year we played opponents that really weren't playoff teams. And, I'm like, okay, but you can't control who you play. The Chargers don't make the schedule. Like, in college football, the schools can, choose who they want to play pretty much. Like NFL, the office and, NFL schedule, whatever, people do all that. But against the Chiefs, the Raiders, like stopping the run, doing a good job against Patrick Mahomes, like, this defense, we playing really good. We had 3 sacks also against the Raiders. Like, this defense is playing great. Khalil Mack looked good. He had a sack. Devon Henley looked good. Corners, of course, Jordan James looked good. I ain't got to worry about DJ. He gonna bring it every week. In my opinion, he's the best safety in the game. It's at least top 3. You can argue maybe old buddy in Baltimore, old buddy in Atlanta, or old buddy in Tampa. But Derwin James' name is in that. Like, he's top 3 elite safety in the game right now. But yeah, defense played amazing against the Raiders. Herbert was Herbert, like I said, very efficient. 2 touchdown passes, no interceptions. We had 3 receivers contributed, just like we did week 1. Keenan, Ladd, and Quentin Johnston. Those are our top 3 receivers. I know for a fact they're going to be our top 3 all season, as long as they're healthy. So I'm going to knock on glass that they stay healthy. I think those are going to be our leading 3 receivers. Now, I hope Trey Harris and Keandre Lambert-Smith also contributing and they get better. I did see a couple drop passes from one of them during the game. But they're rookies. It's okay. Like, Quentin Johnston struggled as a rookie, but year 2 he took off. I'm not gonna lie. And now year 3 it seemed like he already has 2 touchdown catches already. It seemed like he's gonna continue to get better, and I love to see that. Now if we end up getting Tyreek Hill, if something goes wrong with the Dolphins, I wouldn't mind taking Tyreek Hill. I wouldn't mind trading Quentin Johnston and maybe some picks for Tyreek Hill, because that's Tyreek. He's still the top 5 receiver in the game. So I wouldn't mind taking Tyreek. If the Dolphins want to trade him, if their season starts going bad, which it looks like it will, because they played Buffalo on Thursday Night Football, it looks like it's gonna get real ugly. But yeah, 3 receivers, 2 of them catching a touchdown pass, 2 of the 3 catching a touchdown pass. So that really, really helps right there. Like I said, those are the pros. Like I said, our defense playing lights out. Herbert being Herbert. 3 receivers contributing, and 2 of the 3 catching a touchdown pass. Now for the cons. One thing I learned, watching other podcasts or being a fan, being a journalist, you can't accept anything in a win that you win in a loss. And that's something the great Shannon Sharp says a lot. Don't accept nothing you would in a win that you wouldn't in a loss. And that is 100% correct. But yeah, as far as from what I've seen, we still have no effective running game. And that really irks me like a lot. As a Chargers fan, as a journalist, like, we got an elite quarterback with so much talent that can lead us to a Super Bowl. And if we can get a running game going, we can be so much dangerous, because that can open up the play action, especially with Herbert's arm, take the pressure off of him. O-line is not strong. I know they're doing a good job protecting him, but it's a long season. If we can take that pressure off of him, we can keep him healthy. We ain't got to worry about him taking too much pounding or getting hurt. But when there's it's unacceptable when our quarterback is the leading rusher for both games this season. Week 1, he was the leading rusher. And no, he wasn't. Amari Hampton had 40-something rushing yards, but he almost barely had more rushing yards than Herbert. Still, though, there's no excuse that our quarterback should just about be our leading rusher both games. Like, we got to do a whole lot better because Hampton had 28 rushing yards, 24 rushing yards. Najee Harris had 28. Herbert had 31. That's unacceptable. We got to do better than that. I want to see more out of Marion Hampton. We drafted him in the first round out of North Carolina. He's big. He's 6 foot, 220 plus pounds, runs a 4.3, 4.4. He's explosive. We got to get that going. Our offensive line. I know we missed Rashawn Slater, but we still got Joe Alt. We still got Mekhi Becton in free agency. Our other offensive line, they're doing good. Like, we got to run the football better. I love what our offensive coordinator do. Offensive coordinator Greg Newman. I think that's his name, Greg Newman. He's doing a good job, letting Herbert be Herbert, and us throwing the football. But I want to see us mix the run in. So far, the first 2 games we started the drive off. The first play of the game is a pass. And that's okay sometimes, but I think, first play of the game should be like a run. In my opinion, establish the run. We're here to be more out physical you on the football field. We're here to dominate you, and we're going to run the football down your throat, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's what I want to see from my Chargers this season, running the football, especially with Marion Hampton. Even Najee Harris. I may not be the biggest fan of him, but he's a good running back. He's just not elite. He's had 4-5 straight 1,000-yard seasons since he's been in the league. Every year that he's been in the league when he was with the Steelers. Now, it was a quiet 1,000 yards. It's not like, oh my God, Najee Harris is top 5 in rushing. And no, it was probably a quiet 1,000 yards. But Najee is a physical running back. He's about 6 foot, 242 pounds. So he's physical. We got 2 physical running backs with a physical big offensive line. We need to take advantage of that. There's no way we cannot be. I think there's no way we reach the Super Bowl if Herbert is our leading rusher and Hampton and Najee only giving us barely 50 yards rushing combined. Can we get 150 yards rushing? Combined, I'll live with that. If it's 110, 105, 110 combined, I live with that. But barely 50 yards between our running backs, that's unacceptable. I'm glad we won the game, but I'm disappointed in our running game. That's just bad. But another con, and I hate that this happened. Khalil Mack, our defensive end / linebacker, ended up getting hurt during the game. He hurt his elbow. He's in a sling, so most likely we're not going to have him for the game this Sunday against Denver, against our 3rd straight AFC West game and our other AFC West rival. So that's going to suck going against Denver. Even though I'm not really scared of their offense, but it helps having somebody like Khalil Mack out there. I hope he's not out for too long, but I have a feeling that he's probably going to go on IR and miss probably the next 4 games. At minimum, he's probably going to be out the next 4 games. But that leaves our other players to step up. We got Devon Henley, we got Derwin James, Bud Dupree. We got that rookie out of Caldwell, the rookie out of Oregon. He looked good against the Raiders. So we got a big offensive line that's over 300 plus, defensive line that's over 300 plus pounds that are physical. So I expect them to step up in this game against Denver, even without Khalil Mack. But it sucks to see him out. I hope he comes back. I hope he's not out for the season because we could really use Khalil Mack on our defense to help us contribute this season. But just like I did the game against the Chiefs, I got a player of the week. Now, I know you're thinking it's probably Herbert. You're wrong. The reason I'm going with this player is because he balled out not only in week 1. He had a good game in week 1. He had a good game in this one too. Quentin Johnston. I think he deserves it. Again, three catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown. He contributed for the second game in a row with a touchdown catch. I would give it to Herbert, but I feel like we could have did more. We could have put more points on the board. But Herbert's going to be Herbert. But Quentin Johnston, I think he deserves a player of the game from all of us, from all Chargers Nation, Boat Up Nation, Charger gang. He deserves player of the week, and I'm giving him my vote of confidence this week as a Chargers fan and a journalist is for my player of the week. And I hope he continues to ball out because we're going to need him against Denver, going against that elite defense, that elite pass rush, and the defensive player of the year, and Patrick Surtain, who's the best corner in football. So it's going most likely it's going to be some matchups where he's going to be lined up against Patrick Surtain. But, you know, it's going to probably be him. Patrick Surtain, he's going to have his hands full. So I think if we can have Keenan, Ladd, and Quentin all contribute again, it's going to be hard for even somebody like a Patrick Surtain to follow all three of those receivers. Because he may be the number one corner in the league, but he can't guard all of them at the same time. And that's the only corner on Denver's defense I fear and respect is Patrick Surtain. They got Jahade Barron, but he's a rookie out of Texas. That's their first-round pick. They got Ufanga from the 49ers safety. You know, he's a good player, but I don't fear him. I fear Patrick Surtain in that secondary. And I feel like we could do something like, hey, Quentin Johnston may get 50 yards, some yards, 60. Ladd may get 50, 60. Keenan's 50, 60. As long as they contributing and Herbert giving them that ball, I think we'll be fine. But like I said, again, that's our next game against Denver at home, our home opener, because we played in Brazil against the Chiefs, played on the road against the Raiders. So this Sunday, we play against the Denver Broncos. It ain't going to be easy. Like I said, now I know Denver lost against the Colts, but they're not a bad team. They got a really elite head coach, Sean Payton. I like Bo Nix. I don't know why a lot of people are hating on Bo Nix, saying he's a fraud. They don't think he's that good. It's too early in the season. Now, if it gets to like week 7, week 8, and he's going like this, then I can say, people may be right on Bo Nix. He may not be that good or have a sophomore slump. It's possible. But I think it's going to be a close game against Denver. Like I said, I do have when I did my schedule prediction, I have my Chargers splitting with Denver because, like I said, it's not easy playing on the road against Denver, but I'll worry about that later in the season. Right now, we got them at home in SoFi. We getting a dub against Denver. But, that's my episode 120 for my Chargers, getting the win 20-9 over the Las Vegas Raiders. A great win to prove to 2-0, 2-0 in the division. Like I said, our first 3 games are all against division opponents. So we're 2-0 so far, now against Denver. I hope we can keep it rolling. It won't be easy, but I think my Chargers can do it. I believe in Jim Harbaugh. I believe in Herbert. I believe in Keenan Allen, Derwin James, Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnston. I believe in all these players. We can do it. Let's get the dub. And if you want to see my Chargers get the dub, if you want to see Cameron Sports Podcast continue to grow, and if you want to touch down with Cam, please click that subscribe button. We're almost at 300 subscribers, maybe 40-some away, 45, 46 subscribers away for 300. I think we can get there before the end of the year. I'll take that as a birthday gift. My birthday is this month. I'll be 29. So if you want to give me a gift, I'll take that. You don't even got to give me no money. That's free. Clicking the subscribe button, that's free. I'm not even putting no cash up or nothing. That's free. Just click the subscribe. Or get somebody you know to subscribe. I'll take that. But I appreciate y'all always tuning in for an episode of Cameron Sports Podcast. This has been your favorite host, Cameron Lindsay, for your favorite sports podcast. I'm signing out. I'll catch y'all for another episode very soon. Y'all take care.